In this week's Community Profile, Curtis J. introduces us to an Independence man who has a passion for the Civil War.
And this war reenactor is making sure Metro students don't forget about our nation's history.
There's nothing better than living history for Steve Hopkins of Independence, especially living out the Civil War.
It's our history, and if we can't forget it. It's a big part of our American history.
When steam locomotive 844 Shiloh Limited pulled into Union Station this week, Steve was standing guard with other Civil War reenactors in full period dress, even with a brass band playing. Many boarded the train for the trek to Shiloh, Tennessee to reenact a Civil War battle. It's a highlight for these reenactors. But what's really worthwhile for Steve is when he can put on a show for students at local schools.
Did that, didn't he? I fell on him.
Yeah. He volunteers his time already, doing about a half dozen reenactments for schools every year. Students see uniforms and equipment used in the Civil War, and Steve's lesson plan is growing.
We've got 2 cannons that were horse-drawn that we pull all over the battlefield, and I'd like to go out and take the cannons and shoot them at the schools for them and that, just put on a mock battle for them. And we're working on that down in Blue Springs.
And the real battle has been won by Steve Hopkins when local students become more interested in our nation's history. For this week's Community Profile, Curtis J., NBC Action News.